Hey YouTube, MaddysDaddy12, Team JMT, coming to you guys with the Q&A session from Youth of a Nation video. It's been kind of a little bit since had that video up, and I'm just now getting a chance to do the Q&A. Sorry about that, but hopefully I can be a little better about that next time. Before I do that, I want to talk about just a couple things. One, happy Independence Day. I hope you guys have had a lovely 4th of July and have had a lot of fun. Um, Two, uh, Indianapolis Gen Con is coming up. Team JMT will be there. Sidekicker 08 and Driscoll Erden 5623 are both going to definitely be there. There's about an 80-85% chance that I'm going to be able to make it. Um, been a lot of big things happening at work, and I still have vacation days to take, but I may not be able to use them for that time frame. So I may or may not be able to make it. Hopefully I can, because I really want to be there. Next, Team JMT Trade. Please head over there and check out the channel. All of Team JMT are on there trading. My trade binder and a video of my decks for sale are on that channel right now. I need all kinds of product. I've sold out of a lot of stuff, so just hit me up over there, and we'll see what we can do. See if I can't make you a deal. I need Doom Cows. I need Thunder Kings. I need Effect Veilers. If you have anything good, I'm willing to trade for it. Also, I do a lot of deck profiles on my channel, and I don't always go over everything that is available for you to do with those decks. So if you want to see those decks in action, head over to Pogue Taylor 94's channel. He's kind of the official Team JMT duel channel, if you would. So head over there and check him out. You can see all of Team JMT trading, or I'm sorry, dueling over there, and also our feature matches from our Win-A-Box tournaments at Big Bang will be over there also. So yeah, just head over there and check that out. So as far as the questions, the first question was sent to me as a personal message. The person thought it was kind of a private issue. Their question was, what was the circumstances concerning the death of my child? I had a son pass away about a year and a half ago. Jackson Garrick Napier was born with trisomy 18 and passed away 2.5 months afterwards of complications from that. So, yeah, it's really personal. I mean, it's my son passing. However, I'm not as reserved about that as I used to be. So if you guys have any questions concerning that or any comments concerning that, feel free to send me a personal message. I understand and I respect where the person was coming from when they asked it in a personal message and then asked me not to say their name if I put it in the video. So, I mean, I kind of understand where they're coming from, and I respect that. But I'm pretty open about it. So if you guys have any questions about it, feel free to ask. Any questions about trisomy 18 or any questions about, I mean, just loss is really hard to deal with, and burying a child is the hardest thing you will ever have to do in your life. And I pray that none of you ever have to deal with that. But I mean, if you guys got any questions, I'm willing to talk, and I'm willing to answer those. Next, Mommy of 2Js asks, can you build an agent deck and give us a profile? I kind of already did that with the starting Yu-Gi-Oh for $30 Lost Sanctuary. Budget build of that deck, you know, what would the deck look like if we used just the cards from that structure? However, I also have Pogue Taylor 94's deck profile, and I'll be putting it up on the channel sometime this week, so you guys can see that there also. So yes, Mommy of 2Js, you will see that deck profile soon. Next, Maddie's mommy asks, how did you get such a hot wife? One, I'm a pretty awesome person. I mean, just like entirely. I mean, can you see me? I mean, have you ever talked to me? I'm like really incredible. And then two, I give you everything you want. Why wouldn't you want to marry me? I don't know. Anyway, 1965 Randy Orton asks probably the two best questions of it all that were asked is concerning the game. He asks one, what are my opinion of expensive cards? And then he actually notes Pot of Duality and Solemn Warning. So my thoughts on expensive cards are, I sell cards at events. I'm kind of a vendor in my area, so I don't have a problem with expensive cards because I sell cards. So expensive cards just means I make more money. Why do I think there are expensive cards in the game? If you take the example of Pot of Duality, Pot of Duality is a really good card and makes like every deck that it's put in really good. So shouldn't that card be expensive if it's that good? Next, with Pot of Duality going for like 120, sometimes even upwards of 150, Konami doesn't make any money off of the secondary market. So when you guys try to blame this on Konami, that Konami wants to make money by having Pot of Duality at $100 or $120, it's not entirely true, because if I sell a Pot of Duality, I get all that money. Konami doesn't get any of it, so they're not making any money when I sell a card. However, what they make money on is the primary product, the packs that we buy, the starter decks and structure decks and everything that we buy, the tins that we buy. So if they can build anticipation, and if they can build just hype around a reprint of a card, then they will sell more product, because we want that product. We want that reprint of Pot of Duality. Me personally, I feel like Pot of Duality should have been reprinted like shortly after the original release, just to keep the game balanced. Not to make it such a money game like that. However, they've not reprinted it yet, which means the longer they hold it off, the more we want it. The more we want it, when they actually do give it to us, the more likely we are to buy more product whenever they do give it to us. Whether it be in a super rare in one of the special edition boxes or in the tins, or whether it be in a common in a structure or a starter deck, whenever it does get reprinted, we're going to go out and we're going to buy a lot of that product. So, I mean, that's how they make their money. And what you always got to remember is, just because Konami is making a game, they want to make money from this game, and that's how they're going to do it. Next, 1965 Randy Orton's next question was, what are my opinion of the format as it sets now? I don't really like the format right now. It happens every format. It starts off really balanced, really good, and then it always turns into a dice roll format, which is what it's became now. There's a lot of decks that you can play, and they all are combo based, and if you go first, then you have the chance to win first because you've put together your combo pieces first. So, I mean, that's just kind of where the game sets right now. The biggest thing to remember is that there are a lot of decks that can be played, and because of that, I kind of like the format right now, because if there's more decks to be played, then people need more cards and a bigger variety of cards, which means I stand a better chance at making more money because it's more cards that I can sell. People aren't just looking for Gateway and Kazan and Shein. They're looking for a lot more stuff than just those cards. So I stand a chance of making a lot more money than if I did if we had a strictly balanced format of SAMs and anti-SAMs. So yeah. I also feel like you need to keep in mind that formats only last 6 months. So if you don't like this format, it's going to be going away soon, and there'll be a new one to replace it. And Konami does do a pretty good job of trying to balance the last format in the beginning of the next format. It's whenever new product comes out is whenever the formats really get messed up. So That's one thing to keep in mind. Another thing to keep in mind is that with the format being this diverse, the game is really healthy. So when you talk about a format being good or bad, you don't really need to focus on that as much as you need to focus on the game itself being healthy. Because if the game itself is healthy, it doesn't really matter if the format's bad, because the format's going to change and people are still going to want to play the game. And with it being as diverse as it is, people have all kinds of options to play, and the game's not going to get stale for them. So I feel like the game is good right now. I feel like the format is bad, but I also feel like the end of every format is bad. So there you go. Those are my answers to those questions. I hope you guys have learned a little bit more about MaddysDaddy12 from this video. If you have any more questions for me or for Maddie's mommy, going to be doing the Real Housewives of Yu-Gi-Oh with Maddie's mommy soon. So if you guys have questions for her and want her to answer them, just leave those in the comment section below, and we'll see what we can do. Make sure you head over and check out Team JMT Trade, and make sure you check out PokeTaylor94. And like always, guys, subscribe, comment down below, show us how much you love us.